Hi, William Hoyen here for a new Discord poll discussion. I have a Discord channel, we ask some question, and then people answer, and then I make a video about that subject. Today it's all about gaming subscriptions. So I'm gonna start by my own answers and then we're gonna go see what the community thinks about it. All about gaming subscriptions. Do you have any game subscriptions and why? So I have kind of a few. I have obviously Apple Arcade. I'm making quite a few videos about Apple Arcade game. I do like Apple Arcade, although lately they've been removing more games than adding, so I'm kind of miffed on it. But still, I have it because I have the Apple One package for the whole family. We have Apple Music, and then we have some iCloud storage, and it kind of comes with Apple Arcade. So I have Apple Arcade, and then I have PlayStation Plus. I got a PlayStation 5 this year. I love it, and I thought that by buying 1 year of PlayStation Plus, which was on sale for like 30% less for the year, I could try out a bunch of new games, which I did. I'm very happy with my PlayStation Plus subscription. It definitely comes with some downsides, which we'll talk about in the next question. But I also have, well, my wife has a Netflix account, and so sometimes I'm playing some games using her account on my phone, because Netflix games is kind of killing it on iOS. You have Shredder's Revenge, you have Hades, and you know, a bunch of others, but this is pretty much the ones I play. Oh, I've played Katana Zero. That was pretty amazing. But anyway, this is what I have. I don't have any other game subscription than those. What makes a game worthwhile a subscription? So, when I was talking about game subscription, I was more talking about like the Game Passes and PlayStation Pluses and Apple Arcades. But when you think about it, it's true that there is some other types of game subscription you can have. For example, I have an Ardent Society subscription on Villagers and Heroes, which is a cross-platform MMORPG. And what makes it worthwhile is that when you're subscribed, you get double XP points. So this is pretty much a good reason to have a subscription. But yeah. Next question. Which do you prefer? One-time payment or subscription-based game, and why? I definitely prefer one-time payment. I like my relationship with game developer be like, you're making a game, you're selling me the game, I'm buying it, and I'm playing it all I want for up until it's not supported on platforms. This is how I like to do things. Actually, my mostly preferred payment model is you let me try out the game first, whether it be a demo or either a demo or like the first stage is you can play for free, and then I'm paying to unlock the full game. And why? Well, it's because, see, I love Air Twister on Apple Arcade. I'm playing it almost every day, been playing it for quite some time. I love it. And the thing is, if I was paying just for that, it would cost me like $5-6 a month to play Air Twister. So after a year, I would have paid like $100+ to play Air Twister, while I could just buy it on sale on PlayStation for $16.99. So this is pretty obvious. I definitely prefer one-time payment. And when games are subscription based, well, you can just lose it. Which let's answer the next question. Pros and cons of a subscription-based game. Well, the pros is that if it's a live service game, well, the developer will have to keep updating the game, giving out new stuff, finding new ways to make it interesting. This is pretty much the pros. And also, like, I've paid around $115 for a year of PlayStation Plus, which might seem like a lot, but I've played to completion many games that are costing like $50+ so I've played like, I don't know, $200 worth of games, and I'm just on my like third month of PlayStation Plus. So the pros is that you can play a bunch of stuff without paying too much. That said, the cons is that at any day the game can just be not available on the service anymore, and that's it. And you don't own anything, although game ownership is a whole other subject that I won't go into right now, but you really don't own it. It's a rental service. So the day you stop paying for the subscription, like I don't plan to pay for PlayStation Plus again next year because I would have tried a bunch of games and I'll probably go back to just buying games on sale and taking games from the library. My library is lending for free a bunch of games. We have like, I don't know, 200 PS5 games, so, and about 1,000 PS4 games. This is pretty amazing. But anyway, I'll probably go back to that. But once I stop paying for PlayStation Plus, well, all the games I liked on PlayStation Plus won't be available to me. I would have to either buy them separately or renew my subscription. So this is pretty much the cons. I've talked enough. We're 6 minutes into this video. And let's go see what other people think about those questions. First, we have Rufels answering the first question, which was, do you have any game subscription? He's saying yes, because I want to play the game, probably referring to RuneScape. What makes a game worthwhile of a subscription? If I get more than $1 per hour of entertainment from it. It's a pretty fair way to see things. Many people are seeing it that way. I don't think it always works, because I consider many games to be pieces of art, and it's not something you can quantify as a per hour basis. But I would say that for a subscription is definitely fair to say. Would you prefer one-time payment or subscription based? You always should prefer one-time payments, high five. But reality is online service games require ongoing maintenance that a one-time purchase scheme can't support. Yeah, definitely. The one-time purchase payment option is definitely for single-player games. Pros: game is maintained and exists. Cons: money. Very, very fair. And Ishan poked him. Oh, my cat is getting fed. Ishan poked Rufels to, give more answers, and he did. So let's read that. Last chance, man, give a better answer to the poll. Bruh, what you're on about? I have a sub to OSRS. I have it because it enhances my game experiences by giving me more content options. That's the baseline for my decisions on subscription. There, you happy, Ishan? I think he said yes. On to the next. Now we have Old Man Gamer. Go subscribe to Old Man Gamer. Love their podcast. And this one will be an interesting read because in between, this poll was made in June. And since then, Gamepass did messed up a bit with the price raises, the price hikes, and other type of weird decision of closing some studios. And I'm very curious to see how it's gonna pan out. I just listened to their latest podcast, which they talked about this, and yeah, I'm not so sure this is still relevant information. But let's read the answer. All about gaming subscriptions. Do you have any game subscriptions? Game Pass, but no individual game subscription or Battle Pass. Oh, I hate Battle Pass though. This is another thing. We're being nickel and dime. This is crazy. I didn't even thought about Battle Passes and Season Passes and DLCs. And, oh my god. This anyway, let's continue. What makes a game worthwhile a subscription? Regular content added at a steady interval with attentive support and steady management. If they are taking money from me on a regular basis, there should be always someone working on the game in some fashion. Yeah, absolutely. Which do you prefer, one-time payment or subscription-based game? I'm open to either, though I have never done a subscription game or battle pass. That being said, there are games I have that I would rather just pay a subscription fee for then purchase every year the release a new... Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Zach is playing a WWE game where he's like playing the manager of a roster of wrestlers, and what he's saying is that he would prefer to just, you know, have it as a live service game instead of buying the new game every year, which is basically just an update of the game. Every year the release of a new WWE 2K game, when it's basically the same game with new features and updated rosters, I then have to pay for DLC characters they purposely cut from the game, and the work I put into the game prior is lost, whereas I would much rather it be a subscription fee and I just get the new stuff when it's ready, allowing me to keep my created wrestlers, arenas, and other items. I think all the annualized games should instead switch to a free-to-play or subscription model. Pros and cons of a subscription-based game. You will eventually pay more than it's worth, is a con for sure. The pro is, of course, probably cheaper in the short term. Yeah, that was pretty much my take. I didn't thought of that, but he's right. Some games would actually be better if they were on a subscription basis, because the new game coming out is just an actualized rosters like the NHL games or that wrestling game he talked about. I never thought of that. I'm a bit not confused, but I'm a bit surprised. I'm not sure what to say. There's definitely something to be thought about on that front. Anyway, thanks for commenting, Zach. On to the next. Alright, now we have Ishan, and he better be watching this video because he's been asking for it for quite some time. And to be fair to him, this was made in June, so I mean, he's not wrong. All about gaming subscriptions. Do you have any game subscriptions and why? Yes, sometimes. RuneScape membership because it's awesome, and like 80% of content is pay to play and the free to play is like a demo of sorts, which honestly I think it's fair. More MMOs should do that if they can sell less thing on the cash shop. And you know, Ishan here is saying RuneScape is awesome, but let me tell you, if you join the Discord, you'll see a whole other side to this story. I still have free-to-play stuff left to do, to be honest. So I let my membership run out just to focus on free-to-play stuff sometimes. I only buy membership at certain times when it's necessary, like during events like Double XP Week or Christmas event, as pay-to-play players get more bonuses, which I find scummy. Well, you gotta make money somehow. What makes a game worthwhile of a subscription? Content, engaging content, and maybe bonuses. Maybe. Which do you prefer, one-time payment or subscription-based game, and why? One-time payment always, but the reality is most good games are behind monthly subscription, and that's just the way it is. Yes, it is what it is. Pros and cons of subscription-based game. Pros. It's probably an ongoing game, which... Okay, let me I don't think that's a good thing. I'm not that much of a fan of ongoing games. I like a developer to make a game, to fine-tune the game, to make it fun, and to release it, and then I can play it forever. This is what I want. The game's changing all the time is not always for the better. Sometimes you like a game the way it is, and then they change it all up, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, it's garbage. I've been paying for the past 2 years, costed me like $500, but hey, oh well, my game is shit now. So, you know, I don't know if it's actually a pro. Obviously, it's just an opinion. It's just how I feel. It can be a pros for other people. It's getting a lot of updates from time to time. It's probably multiplayer, which is not necessarily a pros either to me. It has a lot of content. The devs have to be good to make good content, otherwise they'll lose payers. Cosmetics in shop. Cosmetics in shop is not a pro, Ishan. It's just not. You know, when I've played Stellar Blade, there was a bunch of cosmetic you can get, and it was all in-game. There was no cash shop. You just got them by exploring and finding out stuff to craft them. This is the way to do it. Cons: you pay money periodically. Microtransaction probably will exist. If the game shuts down, you've lost your game and hours in it, and yes, all the money you've spent. Pay-to-play players can be toxic online or have some superiority complex because we pay. Sometimes company heads change companies and games are bought and sold. The game always suffers because of the new management. Yes, an ongoing game can be cool because you get new stuff and all, but it can be definitely a con and a problem sometimes. Anyway, thanks a bunch for answering, Ishan. It was a fun read. On to the next. And now, the last but not the least, Kaya Kitty Feathers saying, all about gaming subscriptions. Do you have any game subscriptions and why? Yes, it makes things easier and it gives ongoing support to the developers. Yes, she's probably talking about Villagers and Heroes, and I completely agree. If you're playing a free-to-play game that is ongoing, paying for a subscription is definitely the best way to support the dev and get the perks that comes with it. What makes a game worthwhile of a subscription? This question is not really well asked. Anyway, what makes a game worthwhile of a subscription? If I understand your question, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure of the question myself now. It's been written in June and I'm not too sure of the thing. I know English is not your primary language. It definitely isn't. I don't think a subscription is what makes a game worthwhile, but an enjoyable game makes a subscription worthwhile. Oh, this is very well answered. Good job. Which do you prefer, one-time payment or subscription-based game, and why? It depends on the game. A subscription for a significant number of games because it generates income to sustain the game and upgrade it, like Villagers and Heroes. One-time payments if it's a game that charges for major expansions, like Guild Wars 2. Pros and cons of a subscription-based game. Be back later to answer our last question, and that was said on June 13th, and yeah. It was not updated. That said, I'm not paying Kaya Kitty Feather a monthly fee for her to update the answers. So this is fine. I'm just kidding. It's fine. There was nothing maybe to say about it. And then with that, we are done. We did it. I did it, Ishan. I made the video. Gonna post it probably tomorrow. So thanks a bunch for listening to this if you've been here for the whole time, and I hope it was somewhat entertaining. Let me know in the comment section what you think about subscription-based game. Do you like them? Do you hate them? What are your pros and cons? Let me know. Do you play a subscription-based game? I would be curious to know too. And join the Discord. Then you will be able to answer those questions yourself. And then watch the videos of your answer being read months later, because this is how I do things. Thanks a lot for watching. Now go do something else. Go play games. Bye-bye.